You can tell a lot about a person by their smile. A warm, genuine smile can light up a room and make everyone around them feel welcome and at ease. It's hard not to be drawn to someone with a sweet smile because it comes across as so innocent and pure. But you have to be careful of who you trust because the sweetest smile sometimes hides the darkest intent. Welcome back, Psych goers, to another video. Before we start, we would like to thank you for the support you've given us. Our mission is to make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone, and you help us do that. So thanks again. Now, let's begin. These are the top 5 signs the sweetest smile is hiding something sinister. Number 5. They smile too much. You meet someone new with a dazzling smile. You shake their hand, exchange pleasantries, and overall get a good vibe from them. You continue to talk with this person throughout the day, and they never seem to stop smiling. It can be endearing at first, but then you begin to notice how fake the smile looks on their face. They're not even looking at you while they're talking to you, just waiting for their turn to speak again so they can share another smile. This can be a huge red flag because people who smile too much, especially when they're trying to hide something, are most likely doing so to cover up their true intentions. According to body language expert Patty Wood, author of Success Signals, a guide to reading body language when someone is smiling too much and too often, it's best to take a step back and look at what they're saying alongside their body language. She states that if someone is smiling and their eyes don't connect with yours, they're probably being dishonest or hiding something. You should also pay close attention to the direction their gaze is drifting to, because it could give you an insight into what they're thinking. For example, if they keep looking towards the door while smiling, they're probably planning on leaving soon. Smiling too much can also mean the person is uncomfortable with the conversation and is trying to end it as soon as possible. If you notice someone flashing you a wide grin almost every other minute of the conversation, it's a good idea to pay attention to their body language and speech patterns to see if they're being truthful. Number 4. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Have you ever heard of the term smile doesn't reach the eyes? Well, there's a reason why this saying exists because it's true. Psychologist Jack Schaefer, Ph.D., explains that when you genuinely smile, it reaches all the way up to your eyes, causing those who see it to experience positive emotions as well. This is known as the contagious smile, which occurs when you mimic the facial expressions of others. So, when someone is smiling and their smile doesn't reach their eyes, it means they aren't being sincere or are trying to hide their true emotions. This phenomenon is backed up by science, too. Researchers from the University of Minnesota used electromyography, or EMG, to measure the activity of facial muscles. The results showed that when participants were instructed to smile naturally, the zygomaticus major muscle, which lifts the corners of your mouth, and the orbicularis oculi muscle, which causes the eyes to crinkle, were both activated. However, when they were told to fake a smile, only the zygomaticus major was activated. The study concluded that the zygomaticus major is responsible for voluntary and reflexive smiling, while the orbicularis oculi is only activated when someone is genuinely smiling. So remember, the next time you're engaging in conversation with someone and they offer you a smile that doesn't reach their eyes, it may be wise to keep your guard up because they may not be being truthful or may have ill intent. Number 3, they use it to butter you up. Have you ever been in a situation where someone kept smiling and complimenting you before asking you for a favor? This is known as the compliance strategy of ingratiation, where someone uses flattery or compliments as a way to influence your behavior. This is usually done before making a request because the idea is to gain your trust through compliments and increase the likelihood of you agreeing to whatever it is they ask of you. It can be difficult to spot this compliance strategy at times because people can be nice and sincere, but if you notice someone showering you with compliments out of the blue, there may be some hidden ulterior motives behind it. For example, imagine your boss suddenly begins complimenting you on your work performance. At first, you're flattered until you notice he keeps asking you to stay late to work on projects after you've already finished all your tasks. Chances are your boss isn't being sincerely complimentary. Instead, he's buttering you up to manipulate you into working longer hours for him. In this scenario, it would be wise to be cautious of your boss's true intentions. After all, he may not have your best interest at heart. If you notice someone complimenting you and asking you for a favor right after, don't be afraid to keep your guard up. Number 2. Their smile is one-sided. When someone smiles, their lips curl upwards on both sides of their mouth, causing their cheeks and eyes to crinkle. However, some people tend to smile only on one side of their mouth, which is known as a one-sided smile. This occurs when the zygomaticus major muscle only activates on one side of the face. A one-sided smile can be caused by various factors, such as a lopsided grin or an unevenness in the shape of one's mouth. But it can also indicate negative emotions, depending on the context. For example, a one-sided smile can signal that someone is feeling superior or arrogant. Take, for instance, if your friend asks you for advice and you offer some helpful tips. If they respond with a one-sided smile, it could mean they don't appreciate your input and believe they know better than you. One-sided smiles can also signal that someone is amused by a joke, but only finds it funny because they think it makes them look smart. This can cause others to feel belittled or left out, which can damage relationships over time. So, if you notice someone offering you a one-sided smile, it might be wise to evaluate the context of the conversation to determine the underlying meaning behind it. Number 1. They show their teeth. There's nothing wrong with showing your teeth when you smile. After all, it's part of a genuine smile. But if someone flashes you a smile that shows off a bit too much of their teeth, it could mean they're trying to intimidate you. This is called the threat display, where someone bares their teeth as a form of aggression or intimidation. This behavior is commonly seen in animals as a warning sign before they attack, but humans can display it too. When someone feels threatened, their body will activate the fight-or-flight response, causing them to take on an aggressive stance. This includes baring their teeth as a warning to back off. Humans aren't the only ones who bare their teeth when threatened. Dogs do it too. If a dog feels cornered or scared, they may bare their teeth and growl as a warning before they bite. Similarly, humans who feel threatened or cornered may flash a smile that shows off a bit too many teeth. So the next time you find yourself on the receiving end of an intense smile that shows off a bit too much teeth, remember that the person flashing it may not be as friendly as they seem. Did you relate to any of these signs? Let us know in the comments below. As always, the references and studies used are listed in the description below. Remember to like and share this video with friends that might find value in it. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in our next video.